the stage. So what can you see? Take a look at your list, take a look at your map. What different elements can you see in this picture as if I'm standing on the stage? You can see a bunch of them. Amy, what's one you can see? And can you tell me, come on up here and point to the support pillar for me. Where is the support pillar? Good stuff. So tell me a little bit about the support pillar. What was it used for? Sorry, Amy. What was it used for? Alex?
It was used for holding up the ceiling that protected actors from sun and rain.
Okay, so it held up the ceiling. What else was it used for? What did actors use it for? How did they incorporate it into the plays, Chantel?
To hide the main stage?
Well, they would hide on the main stage, right? And what would they often speak to the audience? What was that term we learned that they would speak to the audience, Katrina?
Aside.
They would often mention asides from behind the pillars, okay? What other elements can you see? What else can you see? Allison?
The gallery.
Okay, the galleries. And tell me a little bit about the galleries, guys. What was the purpose of the galleries? Kelly, what's one thing?
They were like covered seats.
Okay, they were covered seats, so they were protected from the sun and the rain. Who sat in the galleries? Who sat in the galleries, Amy? People with more money, good. And what could you often purchase to make your play-going experience even more comfortable, Adam? Yeah, you could purchase a pillow to sit on, okay, during the play. How many levels were there in the galleries? How many levels are there, Jen? Okay, so 3-leveled covered seating area. Good job. What other elements can you see? There's a few more. What else can you see? Haley, what's another thing you see? And what do we call the dressing room? Do you remember? It's our Shakespearean term. The tiring house. Okay, so right here is the tiring house. And what was the tiring house often used for? The tiring house, Amy. Okay, they used it for storage. They used it to change costumes.
Then they put large props in there.
They put props in there for scene changes, Allison.
Entrance and exit.
Okay, they would enter and exit onto the stage from the tiring house. What else do you see? There's a couple more things that I can see. Mario?
I can see the main stage.
Okay, and the main stage is right here. What was the purpose of the main stage? What types of scenes were performed on the main stage? What types of scenes were performed on the main stage, Chantel?
Outdoor scene.
Yep, outdoor scenes were performed on the main stage. Good. What else do you know about the main stage? Or, I'm sorry, what other elements can you see, Matt?
The upper stage,
Yep. And what was the purpose of the upper stage?
balcony, and bedroom scenes.
Okay, so they do balcony, bedroom scenes. So the famous balcony scene in Romeo and Juliet, she would be standing right up here, okay, professing her love for Romeo. What else do you see?
I see the pit or the open yard.
Good, the open yard, otherwise known as the pit. And who would watch plays in the pit? What do we call those people that would watch the plays in the pit? Or in the open yard? What do we call them? I see 3 hands. Can I see some more? What do we call them? Everybody take a look if you forget. What do we call them, Marissa? Okay, they're called groundlings. And what is their status? What expense-wise, what were those seats worth? Chantel?
Penny.
Okay, they were really cheap. They were a penny. Okay? And why were they so cheap? Why were they so cheap, Katrina?
But they have to stand.
They had to stand the whole time. Okay. Was this covered by a roof? Why not? Why wasn't the pit or the open yard covered, Kelly?
Because if they had a roof, there would be no sun.
Good. There would be no light. Okay. Any other elements that you can see? Anything else? Alex?
The heavens.
Okay, you can see a little bit of the heavens. Good. And what was the purpose of the heavens?
It was to protect them from the sky,
Yeah, it was to protect the actors from the elements. Okay. What else was it used for? What else did the actors use it for, Amy?
People kept storage in there and people did sound effects.
Okay, sound effects and storage. What if there was an angel in the play? How were they related to the heavens, Chantal?
They descended.
Yeah, they would descend from the heavens onto the stage. Okay, so this is a view from the stage. So I'm going to show you another view from another part of the Globe Theater. Okay, so let's take a view from the yard. Let's take a look at the stage. Okay, I don't want to download this video. Okay, so you can see the main stage. All right, recording, please. Okay, so you can see the main stage here. And why was the stage, remind me, why was it built up so tall? Why was it built up so tall, Kaylee? Yeah, they would try to climb on stage. Why would they be so anxious to climb on stage? Why are they so anxious to climb on stage? Go ahead, Kelly. Yeah, they were super excited. Okay, here are the pillars. You can see the heavens up here. They're painted. Remember how they talked about how they were painted with stars and moons and blue? Okay. The galleries are here. All right, so if you were a groundling, you'd be looking up at the galleries. You could probably see the heavens, okay, and you would be prohibited from climbing on the stage. So I'll let you keep watching the virtual tour from the pit, and you can see all around. Okay, kind of cool, right? It's the 3 different levels. You can see how open it is up on the top, letting in that natural light. Now this bridge is here that goes from the main stage into the pit. And sometimes they would build things like this for different plays. So when they were doing The Merchant of Venice, it takes place in Venice, Italy, which if you know anything about Venice, it's on the water. Okay, so they had a bridge to add to make it look like this was the river here. Okay, so the groundlings would be standing all around the bridge. Okay, you can see the upper stage where Juliet would be professing her love for our Romeo. Okay, here's the tiring house. All right, let's see one more view. So this is from the middle gallery. Hello. Okay. Don't need to download the video. Okay. So this is from the middle gallery, so you can see almost as if you were in like a football stadium and you're a little bit higher up. You have almost a better view of the whole stage. Okay. You can see the upper stage and you can see the tiring house. You can see pretty much everything. And this is what the seating looked like in the galleries. It was almost like bleachers or benches, so you can see how uncomfortable that would be. You know how your back kind of hurts when you're sitting like that if you don't have a back on your chair. They'd sit there for 2 hours. You could buy a pillow if you wanted to. What material was the Globe Theater originally made out of? What did you learn from your reading? Was it originally constructed all of, Mario? Wood. Okay. It did burn down at one point, and they had to rebuild it. And they've since kind of reinforced and restructured and made sure that the Globe Theater was able to stand because it is a landmark for people all over the world. So let's see the last view from the upper gallery. So if you were in the 3rd tier, this is what the Globe Theater would look like for you. If you were wicked rich, you're looking over all the groundlings. You can see the whole stage, the support pillars, the other pieces of the galleries. It's really a beautiful theater. I know it doesn't look like much, but it's really beautiful. If you want to see what the outside looks like, let's see. I'll show you a little bit about the outside. Okay, this is the outside of the Globe Theater, and they've like I said, they've revamped it every 20 or 30 years or so. They paint and they make it look really pretty and as if you were stepping into Shakespeare's time. They do still perform plays in the Globe Theater, and they perform them as if they were in Shakespeare's time, so there are no special effects. There are no microphones. It's pretty much like you're there, which is kind of cool. So if you ever get a chance to go to England, this is one of the places that you definitely should go. Do you guys have any questions about the Globe Theater?